Hello, good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Connie. I'm Connie Fuchsa with Foot Title Group, where we protect your home ownership. So I get this question a lot. A lot of times, well, as I begin, let me just say that I like to try to come to you a couple times a week and answer questions with regard to buying homes, selling homes, your mortgage situation with that home, helping find a real estate agent that you can work with, things that happen after you purchase your home, things you may need to know about that home ownership, and explaining to you what different parts of that process are all about. And I'm not a real estate agent and I'm not a mortgage professional, but we do work with lots of very talented professionals in those two areas. I've had a lot of experience because of the amount of time I have owned a title company. And so I get these questions a lot. And so I like to bring those questions to you and the answers. If you run along a question or you're having an experience that you just don't know how to get the answer to, reach out to me. I may not know exactly how to answer the question for you, but I promise you that we have plenty of people that we work with that have a lot of experiences that can help us out if I can't answer the question for you. Today I wanted to talk about this thing that happens so often and people just aren't sure how to deal with it. And so because they don't know where to go, a lot of times they wait and don't take care of this. But if you're purchasing a home and you're single, let's say, for example, you straight out of college, got a new job, very excited, ready to buy your first home, and you're a single person at that point. You're buying it by yourself. That's wonderful and so exciting. And a year later, you meet the love of your life. And it happens all the time, as we know. So you add that. Add that person to your life. You eventually decide to get married. You move in together, you decide to get married, and you're trying to figure out what to do. Maybe you haven't added that person to the ownership yet, and you definitely want to make sure you do that. I encourage you to think about that right away, because as soon as something happens like that, life events to you, that's one of the things that you really need to think about is when you have a life event like that, how does it affect your home ownership? And so the life event is, in this case, you met the love of your life, you've gotten married, and now you both live in that home, but your spouse isn't on the ownership of that property. And you say, well, if something happens to me, they'll be taken care of. Well, if you add them to the ownership, it will make both of your lives a lot easier. If something was to happen to you, then that person automatically owns that property. They're going to already be dealing with enough, and they don't need to have to try to deal with what to do about that after you pass. The other thing is if we don't only want to talk about if something happens to you, but let's talk about if you want to mortgage the property or make some changes to the property, or you want to get a home equity line because you want to borrow money to do something else. In order for that person to participate in those activities as well, they need to be on the ownership of the property. And it's really simple to take care of. You can contact a title company or your local attorney, and they can help you prepare that deed, adding that person to the ownership. Hey there, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in and reaching out. Good morning, Miss Pam. Hey there, Angela. How are you? Hi, Miss Tina. How are you? So if you're purchasing a property, or maybe you've owned a piece of property for a long time, when you met that love of your life, you decided to move in together, you decided to buy a house together, and you still have that other house that maybe you bought when you were single, and that's a rental, that person should be on the ownership of that property too, because you own everything equally, and you want to make sure that if something happens to you, that person is taken care of. It's a really simple process. It can be taken care of very simply. You just need to contact us or a local title company in your particular area. I know we have people tuning in from all over, or an attorney that does work for you. They can prepare that deed, adding that significant person in your life to the ownership of the property. You want to make sure that you do that, just like you do all kinds of other things when you get married. You change your social security number, you add them to insurance policies, all these other things. The ownership of your home, this is the single most expensive thing that you're going to own in your lifetime. And you want to make sure that all the ducks are in a row, including adding that super wonderful person that is now in your life onto the ownership of that property. So it's a really simple process. You can do it very easily. Contact us and I can help you walk through a little bit more. Thank you so much, Tina. I appreciate it. And we can help you with all kinds of other questions as well. But I'd love to help you take care of this to make sure all the pieces of your puzzle are taken care of and all the boxes are checked in your life. So if you've recently got married, let us know. We can help you out, and congratulations. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for tuning in to Coffee with Connie. As we've said, I have this amazing Coffee with Connie Connie coffee mug. We are giving these away every month to the person that shares our broadcast the most. So if you just reach down and click that share button, that way you can share this information with people that you know that may have the same questions or may not even be thinking about it and may need to know. And as many times as you share, the person that shares the most during the month will get this free coffee mug. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for tuning in to Coffee with Connie. I'm Connie Fuchsa with Foot Title Group, where we protect your home ownership. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.